Alright, it is time to talk about Pluto moving into Aquarius. It is happening on the 21st of January, and Pluto will spend basically 20 years in Aquarius. However, it will dip back into Capricorn at the end of the year, but spends the majority of the time already in Aquarius over 2024. And we are just closing out a cycle in our Capricorn ruled area of our life, and it's just like getting familiar with a totally new energy. Pluto is a generational planet, so Pluto defines generations. It is a very slow moving planet. It will spend 20 years in Aquarius, so we will have the time to incorporate all the changes because Pluto wants us to get the assignment, and that's why it grants so much time for us to incorporate all the lessons and the learnings. The themes of Aquarius are the collective, everything that has to do with humanitarian things and efforts. Aquarius is also the sign of the future, of innovation, of technology, aliens as well. So I am not surprised that we are seeing all of these news about aliens recently. And so yeah, these things will definitely be in the collective for the next 20 years, and also these topics might go through a huge transformation. I feel like technology, for example, it will just like evolve at the speed of light, and we will be barely able to keep up with the innovations. And also like the way how we use technology will be very different by the end of this transit. And also when it comes to collaboration with other people, when it comes to the collective, I feel like there will be more and more network of like-minded people coming together and forming a group, starting a community. I think this is the most positive side of Pluto in Aquarius, because the shadow side can be definitely like control through digital platforms. It definitely might happen. It's just like that people wants to control the rest of the world. So people in power wants to control the rest of the world with technology. That absolutely can happen. However, I truly believe that we will see also the positives of this transit. As I mentioned, Pluto is a slow-moving planet, so it spends like 10, 15, 20 years in a sign. It rules over power, so all the topics around like empowerment, power struggle, it's just like how people use power basically. And I feel like with Pluto moving into Aquarius, this is pretty much like power to the people, it's just like with Pluto being in Capricorn, it was like more power to the government, power to the structure, and just like more power to those that are on the top of the hierarchy. But with Aquarius, this is going to change. It's just like people will be able to get back their power basically. And Pluto is also related to deep transformation, like changing things to the core. Pluto is also the planet of destruction, right? So it might happen that things need to be destroyed before we are able to build up something new, like going through a death and a rebirth moment basically, also on an individual level and also on the mundane level. And yeah, Pluto is also dealing with secrets, with taboo things that we want to hide, things that we want to keep in the shadow. So definitely Pluto is not afraid to dig deep. I mean, Pluto is the lord of the underworld, so Pluto is definitely the planet who wants to go deep, who wants to dig up the dirt and bring it to the sunlight. So we might go through these phases in our life, when we need to face our fears and insecurities in order to be able to deal with that. But Pluto also helps us to do the transformation, to do the shadow work, it's just like to go through this transit and becoming more empowered by the end of this transit, feeling like that we really own our power. Now I would like to talk about how this transit will affect each and every rising sign, and I will start with Aries rising. Aries rising. This transit is happening in your 11th house. The 11th house has to do with your friends, your network, the groups of people you are involved with, communities, organizations, protectors, and your hopes and wishes and your long-term goals for the future. So you might see ups and downs in this area. You might see, like, that tests are coming your way when it comes to your friendships or the groups you are involved with. So it might happen that you are getting into a power struggle with certain people from a friend group, but it can also happen that, for example, you will be the one who will use the most innovative technologies when it comes to collaboration with people, when it comes to keeping the contact with other people, with your friends. So this can be also very positive for that. This transit can be very positive for that as well. And also your hopes and wishes and long-term goals will be totally transformed by Pluto over the next 20 years. Taurus rising. This transit is happening in your 10th house. And the 10th house is the most public house of our chart. So your career, your legacy, your public image, your reputation is going through a change. What you can expect with this transit is stepping into your power when it comes to your career, maybe becoming a leader, maybe having more power in your career. Also changing your public image, like transforming the public image. It's just like how people see you today might be really different how people will see you in 20 years. When it comes to, marriage, children, all these things can put through test. It might happen, that you will have some power struggle, either with people from your workplace or at home. So this transit will make sure that you totally transform this area of your life over the next 20 years. Gemini rising. This transit is happening in your 9th house. The 9th house is all about higher education, your beliefs, philosophies, travel, visiting foreign cultures and foreign places, and legal matters. So Pluto will make sure over the next 20 years that this area of your life will be totally transformed. So you might want to try new ways of learning, when it comes to online learning or using technology to gain knowledge. You might become a teacher at one point, or you might visit a foreign place or a foreign country that is like very transformative experience for you, or just like getting familiar with a different culture, and that's going to alter your life. I feel like you want to gain more higher knowledge, just like by studying different philosophies or like getting a new degree. Cancer rising. This transit is happening in your 8th house. The 8th house has to do with deep transformation, so this is like homeland for Pluto. It deals also with money from other people, so your shared finances, with taxes, with mortgages and debts. So this transit might bring up very deep fears and insecurities from your psyche in order to be able to deal with these things. Your shared finances might go through a huge transformation, or maybe you will be investing in something that like brings you more power at the end of the day. Or you might get obsessed with different taboo topics. For example, you want to learn more about the occult, you want to learn more about psychology, you want to understand yourself on a deeper level, which is great. Leo rising. This transit is happening in your 7th house. And the 7th house is all about our relationships, especially the one-on-one relationship, whether if it's romantic or business. So you might expect a huge transformation over this area of your life. You might enter a life-changing relationship, or if you are in a marriage, or if you have a committed relationship, that it might go through tests, and there might be like ups and downs that you need to overcome in order to recognize your own power in a relationship. Also, your business relationships can go through a transformation. You might feel more empowered, you know, it's just like you feel like, yeah, now I have the power to be able to deal with this many clients. Or, you know, your clients will see you more powerful by the end of this transit. So this is what you can expect from Pluto in Aquarius. Virgo rising. This transit is happening in your sixth house. The sixth house is all about our daily routines, the service that we give to others, our pets, and our physical health. So you can expect your daily routine to go through ups and downs and upheavals over the next 20 years, but you will have the power to transform it to the core, you know. So it's just like, if you feel like you have any habits that are toxic, now you can get rid of those habits, because Pluto is going to show you, okay, these are the toxic traits, these are the toxic habits that you have. And also it will grant you tools that you will be able to deal with these habits, maybe using some new inventions, you know, Aquarius. So also it might totally transfer how you provide service to others. Also, you might get a pet, for example, that's going to be life-changing for you. So this is what you can expect from Pluto in Aquarius. Libra rising. This transit is happening in your fifth house. And the fifth house is all the fun things, you know, the things that we enjoy to do. The fifth house has to do with romance, with our children, with hobbies, creative endeavors. So this area of your life will be totally transformed by Pluto over the next 20 years. How you have fun. What are the things that you enjoy to do in your free time? How do you spend time with your children? You know, and in general, the topic around children might be very transformative for you. Also, when it comes to dating and romance, you know, it's just like it might happen that you need to go through some tests when it comes to this department. But the end goal of this transit is to see you as a very powerful person and being able to step into your own power. Also, the fifth house has to do with entrepreneurship. So you might want to start your own business, or it might happen that you want to do something with technology, especially. So this is what you can expect from Pluto in Aquarius. Scorpio rising. This transit is happening in your fourth house. The fourth house is all about our roots, our home, our family, our living space, the property that we own. So it will be a very transformative time for you while Pluto is in Aquarius in this department of your life. It might happen that you are changing homes, not just once. With Pluto, it can happen that, you know, just like over and over again, you will be changing homes. Or you might want to invest in property. Or yes, you can experience power struggles within the family, but this is only there to show you how you can step into your own power. And also it can transform your living space or your home through technology. So for example, you might want to build a smart home, you know, it's just like having solar panels or whatever for your home. So yeah, this is what you can expect from Pluto in Aquarius. Sagittarius rising. This transit is happening in your third house. The third house is all about communication, our mindset, speaking, writing, social media, our siblings, our immediate environment. So you might go through a transformation in this area of your life. You know, it's just like maybe something happens in the life of your siblings that is very transformative for you, or maybe you're changing up your neighborhood, or you learn new ways how to communicate, how to use social media platforms. Also, you might want to start using new technology when it comes to communication, putting your message out in the world. Maybe you will be using new platforms. to reach more people, or maybe you want to transform your mindset. And it also can happen that, you know, Pluto puts you through tests in this department. So it might happen that your mindset will be challenged, you know, how you think, how you communicate. You might go through ups and downs, but the end goal of this transit is to come out more powerful at the end of the transit. So this is what you can expect from Pluto in Aquarius. Capricorn rising. This transit is happening for you in your second house. The second house has to do with our values, with our money, the income that we earn, the money that we make, our material possessions, and our self-worth. So, when it comes to your resources, it will be a very transformative time for you, how you make money. You know, it's just like, it can happen that you start using more innovative technologies to make money. I think you will be quite interested in alternative ways of money, like digital currencies, crypto, and things like that. Then Pluto will also make sure that you transform how do you see yourself, or what do you value. This transit might bring up fears and insecurities when it comes to how you make money, or when it comes to your income. But yeah, definitely the end goal of this transit is to put you in a more empowered state when it comes to your money. Aquarius rising. This transit is happening in your first house. So this transit is going to have an effect on all of the areas of your life, but mainly on your identity, on your life path, on your physical appearance. So I believe this transit is going to affect you on a very, very personal level. Since Pluto will be transiting your first house, and the first house is connected with all the other areas of your life. So your partnerships, your home, your career, these things can all go through a transformation while Pluto is in Aquarius. Also, this will have an effect on your identity and on your life path and how do you see yourself. You might want to totally transform how do you look, so your physical appearance. And this transit will make sure that you definitely come out of your cave, let's put it like this way, because Pluto is coming out of your 12th house. But the main goal of this transit is to become more empowered, and you know, it's just like to see clearly what is your life path and what is your identity, and you know, come out more powerful at the end of the transit. So this is what you can expect from Pluto in Aquarius. Pisces rising. This transit is happening in your 12th house. The 12th house has to do with spirituality, with isolation, rest and retreat, and with our subconscious mind. When it comes to these things, you will go through a huge transformation, how you see spirituality. You might want to learn more about alternative healing methods, psychology. You know, you might want to work with your dreams, since the 12th house rules over dreams as well. You know, it's just like Pluto will help you to dig deep and find those fears and insecurities that are like very deep in your subconscious mind that you don't want to deal with. And Pluto will make sure that these things come up and you are able to deal with it. And this transformation journey might involve a lot of solitude for you. So you might want to get away from the world, you know, to retreat, to be more on your own. This transit wants you to realize that the most powerful tool that you have is your intuition.